Hi guys, it's Angeli Luz here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to live with your higher self, how to live in your higher self. Who is your higher self? What does it even mean to live as your higher self? So first I want to start this off just by saying a little story. So the first time that I met my higher self, I went to a meditation circle. It was like a Reiki circle, and the instructor took us through a guided meditation. And in this guided meditation, we were able to just relax and really let go. And this was one of my first group meditations. And so during this meditation, I visualized myself going on an island. I was in my safe place, which is the beach, of course. And so I visualized myself canoeing and rowing my boat to an island. And when I reached the island, I was in touch with my higher self. And when I saw her, I saw that she was like this big, tall, blue lady with like orange or yellowish hair and very sparkly, translucent kind of skin. Very tall too, like 10 feet tall. In her astral body, she was very blue, very deep kind of ocean blue, but also very transparent. And when I met her, I was met with such a loving, warm, and sweet embrace. I felt like, oh my gosh, I feel whole. I feel like I'm coming home to myself again. But I was still skeptical all the time because I was just new to spirituality. I was being introduced to all of it, and I was skeptical. I didn't trust myself completely yet. I didn't trust my intuition completely. So I asked my higher self, I asked her, well, if you're my higher self, prove it to me. And in that moment, not even like 30 seconds later, in that moment, I had a flashback of a memory that I had as a child. There's a very significant memory that I lost in my childhood, but she gave it back to me. And the memory was when I was a fetus, I remembered I opened my eyes and I thought to myself, where am I? But it was not in English, it was like telepathic. It was a telepathic thought where I opened my fist and I looked around and I saw that I was in a pool of blood, and I asked myself, where am I? And there was just like this confusion, and that's just a very significant memory that I have. And I know it seems impossible, but yeah, that's how I knew that it was my higher self. I asked her to give me proof, and she did give me proof. She brought back a memory that I had long forgotten. So when it comes to meeting your spirit guides, your higher self especially, you can ask for proof. You can ask your higher self to specifically send you proof of if they are your higher self. Give me proof, send me a memory, or send me something. I didn't specifically ask for a memory, but that's what it ended up being. And before we get into this, I just want to talk about the difference between spirit guides and your higher self. So spirit guides are your spirit team. They have been with you in other lifetimes. They have been with you in past lifetimes, and they made a soul contract to guide you in this lifetime. They can also be ancestors, like your past grandmother, your past grandfather. And for the ancestral aspect, they typically tend to be ancestors from 3 to 4 generations back. Can be a little older though. And they can also be just spirit guides from other lifetimes. They can be animals. I have a lot of animal guides, mainly cats. You can have animal guides. You can have extraterrestrial guides. You can have non-human guides, right? Extraterrestrial guides. So it doesn't matter like what shape or form they take, just to know that you do have spirit guides. Everybody has spirit guides. And yeah, maybe I'll go more into spirit guides on another episode another time, but today we're focusing on the higher self. And so the difference is that your higher self is you. Your higher self is you, but on a higher level, on a 5th dimensional level. Right? We live in the 3rd dimension, but your higher self is in the 5th dimension. It is the you that encompasses all your experiences, all your wisdom, all your memories. It is the you that really just encapsulates your energetic frequency, your energetic signature. Your aura expands out if you go higher and higher and higher, because we don't just have the 7 chakras, right? If you go higher and higher and higher, then eventually, yes, you get to your higher self. Your higher self is the core you, and it is always with you. You are already one with your higher self, but we become disconnected with our higher self in our human bodies because our ego likes to tell us things. Our ego likes to judge other people, likes to judge ourselves. Our ego likes to tell us mean things to ourselves when your higher self doesn't feel that way about you. Your higher self doesn't hate you. Your higher self is the you that is the most enlightened, the most above. When you look to the sky, when you look up above, you can connect with your higher self. And what I mean by that, very metaphorical, is that your higher self, they are above you. They are above you. And it's a very, very beautiful experience. Connecting with your higher self is such an amazing, wonderful experience. They are the you that has always been. The you across all dimensions, across all timelines. They are the core essence of who you are. And in this body, you have just one aspect of your higher self. And I'm also going to call your higher self your oversoul. Your higher self is the you that has all of your experiences, but the you that is incarnated now only has a lump sum of those experiences. So the core self that you have now is an aspect of your higher self, but it's not all of it. Right? You have other memories, other experiences, other aspects of yourself that are connected with your higher self. I'm going to give you an example. So my higher self was very, very just like very flowing, just very at peace. And when I met my higher self at the time, I was a little bit more energetic. I was a little bit more all over the place, a little scattered. So she was more peaceful and calmer. And they're all going to have different personalities. All of your higher selves are going to have different personalities. So yeah, it's a very, very, very amazing thing to connect with. My boyfriend, when he met his higher self, it was actually during a hypnotherapy session, and he saw his higher self as blue as well. And he saw his higher self as like a more elevated version of himself too. His higher self was like a businessman, like very like disciplined and very like, yes, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna get to that and I have a schedule. Very like disciplined, which is funny because he is a Capricorn sun. Right? So your higher self is a more elevated aspect of you, because we do have our egos, right? And our egos can get in the way of us connecting with our higher self. So yeah, you can channel your higher self. You can ask your higher self to speak through you. You can journal with your higher self. You can connect with your higher self in so many different and beautiful ways. It is a very enlightening experience. When you connect with your higher self, you're able to really just see the world in a different perspective. You have more patience for yourself and you have more patience for others. You're able to have more love, more self-compassion for yourself, and more self-compassion for others, right? We live in a world where we're constantly thinking about ourselves and we're constantly in our heads about ourselves. And your higher self is like, look at this objectively. How do you think this person felt? You know, it's kind of like your therapist, but your personal teacher slash therapist slash like bestie. Your higher self is just the you that is the future you, right? You can think of it as the future you, but it's already present with you. They are already present with you, but they also just encapsulate all aspects of you and who you are. And so I mention you a lot because I want you to know that you already are connected to your higher self. You just have to remember how to reconnect. Something needs to click in our brains, right? Something needs to go off for us to reconnect, receive the divine inspiration from our higher selves. So I have a higher self course coming up called Meeting Your Higher Self. And if you guys want to sign up, I'll link it down below. I'm going to be teaching you all about how to meet your higher self, how to connect with your higher self, and how to build a relationship with your higher self so that you can empower yourself and live your life with more ease and step into alignment. Now, you can sign up on the link below. One of the cool things about alignment, though, what it means to be in alignment, is really when you are one with your higher self, when you are connected and living through that higher lens of your higher self, you are in alignment. Alignment is when things just flow to you with ease. It's when you are in sync with the universe. It's like the universe has the beat and you're the rhythm. You're in sync with the universe. You're in sync with the melody. And together you guys just create a perfect melody. So the universe is the beat, you're the rhythm. Together you create the strumming of a beautiful melody. And that's what it means to be in alignment. You see synchronicities and signs everywhere. A lot of people report seeing angel numbers. I see a lot of animal omens, right? Like I'll see my specific animals like blue jays and cats, and I'll see a lot of them frequently. You might see a lot of angel numbers. You might see that the things you think of just manifest into reality quite easily. Your manifestation skills increase too. When you're in co-creation with the universe, your manifestation skills also increase. Now, I had a very interesting realization last night that I was just thinking essentially about creation, co-creation, and the creator, and how we live in this triplicity, right? Most people say we live in this duality of this and that, but there is more than that. In my perspective, we live in a triplicity of this and that and what if, of this and that and then. So essentially what I mean by this is just that, like, when we are able to tap into our higher selves, we are tapping into the medium between us and the divine creator, the all that is, the intelligent infinity, whatever you call it, God, right? The aspect of us that is all of consciousness, that is God. The aspect of us that is earthly is human. And then the aspect of us that is our higher selves is the co-creator with God, the co-creator of all that is divine and of the help that you receive from the divine. So when you look at it this way, you are God. B, you are also a co-creator with God. C, you are also the creation. So there's 3 slices to the pizza pie. You are the creator, you are the creation, and when you connect to your higher self, you are the co-creator. And that's just something I channeled last night that I thought was really interesting, because most people think we live in duality. Yes, we do live in duality, but there's also the middle, and that is the point of balance. When you look at an infinity symbol, the middle is the point where 2 things meet, where the 2 aspects meet. And where they meet is co-creation. That is the meeting point. So what I mean by this is when you're able to connect with your 5th dimensional self, your higher self, you are also able to connect more deeply with yourself, and it becomes a lot easier to manifest physically on the earthly plane. When you become one with your higher self, you also live more in alignment. And by living more in alignment, you do manifest things a lot easier. It is a beautiful, beautiful experience. And yeah, I really hope you guys get to experience this too. You can meet your higher self in meditation. There's so many different ways to connect with your higher self. So I encourage you to find the way that is most unique and special to you. But yeah, it's such a beautiful experience. Like, I got so happy and overjoyed just thinking about my higher self, talking about it, teaching other people how to connect with their higher selves. So if you guys want to learn how to connect with your higher self, if you want to enhance your life and just step more into alignment, make your life a little bit easier and co-create with the universe with ease, with flow, like water, you can step into the portal of my class, Meeting Your Higher Self. I'll send the link below. And yeah, I really hope you guys have a lovely rest of your evening, of your day, of your night. Yeah, just wow. Yeah, let me know if you guys connect with your higher self and what experiences you've had. When was the first time you met your higher self? Bye.